That's an actually strategy for using the feather, by the way. Set up pretty good here for the bullet bill usage. That was terrible driving. Terrible. Pigeon Gamer 963, hola, what's up? Sue Witherspoon dropping some Espanol on me. Don't hit me, but you don't like. Yeah, I don't know what Sue's talking about. So 3 days of working with OBS, learning the ins and outs and fine-tuning our stream, balancing of the game audio with the mic audio. I think I've got it pretty good right now. So my next step is to set up to where I can vertical stream and horizontal stream. Is that called dual streaming or something? So I want to get that figured out. But quality-wise, I think it's actually pretty good. All my stats that I'm aware of all look good. And I did learn how to pop out my comments, so I can have that little window right next to my gaming window. I think the only other thing that I switched up from the last stream is having my video cam. I'm switching it to go on top and have the gaming screen in the middle. That seemed to be what most other people were kind of doing, and I'm sure there's a reason for it. If you guys have a preference, let me know, or if you guys know the reason why, let me know. I know the bottom third on a vertical stream you leave kind of clear so people can see comments, possibly. what I've been able to figure out on OBS, using OBS for the first time, I'm almost wondering if I wasted money signing up for StreamYard for a year and dropping $450 to do that. Oh shit. Alright, what's the strategy here? I'm going to hold on to it and just kind of lay low on the back for a bit. So we got a back-to-back hairpin turn coming. So maybe as we're coming out of that second hairpin turn, as long as I don't lose it, as long as I don't lose Bullet Bill. So right around this one here, I'm going to punch. Let's go. All right, we worked it out on that one. I lost that one. All right, so back-to-back races were looking to finish. Looking to place, I mean. back. Did I waste that bomb? They're still right back there. Oh, well. All right, let's place. I may have to dump this item if I can't use it. I'm gonna dump it. I'll take that, second place. Pigeon Gamer, what's up? I'm subscribing on all accounts. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've got 5 channels. So if any one of those, a DIY channel sounds good to you, a food and eats channel. This one here is our total entertainment. So it's more of the fun stuff, music, movies, TV, video games, technology type stuff, pop culture stuff. That's all on total entertainment. And then my hub channel kind of has everything that I do. And then any of the content that doesn't really fit into any of the other 4 channels, it all goes towards the TSP hub channel. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's 2 good races so far today. I don't think I've ever done well enough online that I've placed back to back. So let's see if we can make it 3 in a row or even win a game. I don't have the skill set to win. My hand-eye coordination at 50 is not there to win these games. All right, let's see if we can place 3 games in a row. Actually, that first game, did I place? I think I got 4th place. So didn't technically place. I was in the mix back-to-back games. Let's put it that way. It's a neat audio effect there I just noticed when you're under that tunnel and you hear those shells coming. There's an echo. That's pretty neat. Sounds like you're in a tunnel. Tell you, it's been kind of a neat endeavor setting up these channels. Taking the leap of faith, as you will. The fact that, I mean, it was 2 months ago I told my boss, look, I can't make it. You're going to have to find somebody that fits, and I'll do the best I can to stay as long as you need me to. But I think as of a few days ago, and I talked to my boss recently, I reached out to him, I said, hey, looks like we're at a good stopping point. So I just wanted to make sure he was good. And I know there's probably a lot of people that have heard that are rolling their eyes. He's quitting his job at the age of 50 to start a YouTube channel. Not just one channel, but 5 channels. Yeah, why not? Right? Why not? Why can't I do it? It's a lot to learn. But I'm not starting this all really cold though either. I've been on social media and had an account for about 10 years as a gardening persona person. So I've grown a couple accounts on TikTok and Instagram if you don't know my backstory. So I kind of know how things work a little, but I've always had an issue with YouTube in a sense that I just didn't understand it. I didn't know how to convert on YouTube. And then after doing the whole gardening thing for 10 years and building up my TikTok account to 50,000 subscribers, my Instagram to 10,000, dealing with different companies, and then getting burned out on it and just needing to kind of move on. But everything that I learned from doing all that stuff and all the things I enjoyed and didn't enjoy, I'm carrying it forward in creating these 5 channels here on YouTube. Learned a lot. Tried a lot of different things. Some things I enjoyed for a bit and then decided, that's just not for me. And then on the other side of it, there are things that I didn't think that I would be into, but gave it a shot, determined that I kind of liked it. And I'm going to proceed forward with it. Like the whole gaming thing, who would have thought? I haven't gamed in, I couldn't tell you how long. I would do stuff with my kids, my 2 boys, we'd play FIFA together. But now they're off to school, doing their own thing. And I haven't had my own system since the Game Boy Advance, maybe? So the Nintendo Switch 2 is my thing, and I'm like, God, this is so much fun. Why not include this on my entertainment channel? So that was the thing in the last week or so. I had to learn how to incorporate, how to stream, how to use OBS, how to fine-tune the settings. And the interesting thing is I know there are people from my old job here that pop in on the channels to check out what's going on. But don't ask me how I know, because I can't reveal too many sources. But people talk, and then in the end, people always end up talking to me, right? And I think it's more out of curiosity. They're wondering, okay, how am I doing it? Am I really doing it? What do I have really going on? And you're always going to have a handful of people that want to see you fail. But that's on them. Or there's also the handful of people that don't understand what you got going on. They just don't know. They don't understand. It's not for them. It's a different thing than people wanting you to fail. But then there's a lot more that are like, hey, good for you. Let me know, yeah, when you get things going. Which, I mean, I'm not gonna let people know. Not that I'm keeping anything a secret. It's just that it's a different crowd. When you're a YouTube person, or you do social media, you do channels. In my gardening stuff, when I was doing it, it's a different group of people, and you're in real life. Friends, family, those kind of people don't quite understand this world of, like, they look at you like a weirdo, which is okay. I'm not gonna make it. I was not paying attention to where I was on the map. Dang it. I thought I was racing pretty good. I wasn't paying attention where I was on the map until the very end. I realized what was going on. Pigeon Gamer, you understand, huh? You in a similar situation? See, this is the thing I learned yesterday doing research on live streaming and stuff, and when to interact with people and when to leave people alone. There's going to be what they call lurkers. I'm learning all this, so bear with me. Lurkers that are there watching your live feed. They don't want to be acknowledged. Don't call them out. Don't say anything to them other than just a general thanking people for hanging out. And it's okay to engage and talk to people that are active in the comment section. And being a new channel, we don't get a lot of people in the comment section anyways. So when I do, it's kind of neat. It's kind of fun. All right, let's redeem ourselves on this one. Actually, I ought to send a couple people I used to work with. Now that it's kind of been finalized that I quit, and have them log into the live and have them kind of just pull up and see what I'm doing in the middle of the day. Maybe on the next map switch, I'll do that. The funny thing with interacting with your in real life people, your friends and family that don't quite understand the social media game and what you're doing. But they always will have some kind of advice for you. That makes no sense whatsoever because they don't know what they're talking about. And I do have to be kind of nice about it. I'm not calling anybody out. But I'm also very upfront, and I'll tell people, I was like, no, that's a terrible idea. That's why you can't do what I do. But that's also why I can't do what they do. I can't function in that type of typical 9-to-5 corporate environment. Done it a couple times and it does not end up good. Oh, is that? Oh, I messed that up bad. I messed that one up bad. Pigeon Gamer. I'm only here because I like Mario Kart. I have nothing else to do. Well, that's all right. I like Mario Kart also. This is the first time since I think my boys had, was it the GameCube? I think it was whatever was out before Mario Kart 8. I never played 8. I know people love 8, and I know people that it's kind of crazy. They're out there saying Mario Kart 8 is so much better than Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World sucks. And I'm like, well, you're just trying to get attention by saying something like that. Yes, it's all subjective, and we all have preferences. But you can't tell me that Mario Kart World sucks. It just obviously doesn't. You may not be into it. And if you're a big Mario Kart 8 person, I understand the gameplay's a little different. They just changed it up a bit. But to say that World sucks, I'm like, you're just looking for attention. Only reason why I brought that up is because I was going to say the last time I played Mario Kart anything was on the GameCube, I believe. So I don't know what Mario Kart that was, because I think that was before 8. I'm texting somebody right now. I'm going to see if they're at work, and I'm going to have them pull up the channel to watch me live. I have a whole channel based on, oh, Pigeon Gamer, so you got a channel. Okay, great. Let me, how do I do this here? Do you stream on your channel? If I knew how to pull this up without getting out of my windows, I'd check out your channel. You game on it? I guess you do. So Pigeon Gamer, you're the type of person that I should take tips from a channel person. What's something that you need to warn me about? Like the other night, one of the people on here was very nice. They said something about the comments section that I probably should have a moderator at some point because of the Looney Tunes that are out there, that either the bots, the AI bots, or people that just get on here and just do just bad stuff. I'm like, one thing at a time. I got to work it out. Plus, I don't know if I'm still rather new and small, that I don't think any of those accounts are messing with me yet in the comments. I can imagine. I know it could get. It's the Wild West. But so yeah, and I appreciate tips like that, because I don't know what I'm getting into within the gaming the live gaming world as I'm adding that to my entertainment channel. Mario Kart World looks good and looks more technical, so is more rewarding for good players. I don't have the game though. I don't stream, I do clips. Okay, cool. I've done some clips too. Just trying to learn how to do the clips properly. So it was about, I think a month ago, I bought that Elgato 4K-X so that I can import the video stream, record it, had to learn how to, you know, squeeze out all of the settings and make it look good. And then I was like, okay, now that I know how to do clips locally, let's see if we can get the stream going. So it's a huge learning process for me. But yeah, if you've got tips for me or things to look out for or something to help me out on the channel, then, because I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. From those of you that have been doing this for a while, I'm just looking to find my voice, find my people, have some fun. Still waiting to see if the person I used to work with, if they're at work yet or not. Guess I'll just hit next race. I guess when you go continue, you're just waiting for that race to end so you can race with the same people. Since I'm not racing against anybody I really know, might as well just go to the next race. And then a little background on me as we're waiting for the race to start. I do have my own business in the sense that I'm a photographer, videographer. I cover a lot of like public events and races, and used to do weddings, used to do senior pictures, boudoir type stuff, a lot of commercial type stuff as well. And then over time, and I was doing that since 2009 after my first like corporate gig right out of college. So then started that photography business. I still have a lot of the bigger clients that I have, but last fall, with my kids leaving, wife and I were talking and we're like, look, you can probably get a part-time job. And I'm like, I don't know if I really fit well, but okay, I'll try it. It's fine. Well, I'll tell you, when you're used to doing your own thing and you don't have the personality to be in a structured environment with layers of management and lots of rules that you don't set up, and you're dealing with a lot of people that you just have to work with, it's an environment that you're not going to succeed in. But I gave it a shot, and I was there for almost a year. And then had a really good relationship with my boss, so I was always very upfront with him in how things were going. And then 3-4 months ago, I went up to him. I said, "Look, this isn't going to work." So it was kind of a slow phasing out. And actually, that's the wording I used with somebody that just texted me the other day. They're like, "Hey, notice you haven't been at work in 2 weeks." I said, nothing dramatic or anything like that. Didn't get fired for doing something or whatever. Just working with the company until you guys find somebody that fits better, that you guys like, that's going to stay. And then once that was kind of set, I was ready to be like, okay, I think we're good. I think it's time to go. Now, if certain people from work start popping onto the comment section and asking me questions, I'm not one to shy away from anything either. So I'm not airing anything out on my own. And I can be responsible, not say anything about working with certain people. But if certain questions were to arise, I have nothing to hide. Now, let's not mess around here. Okay, here we go. All right, we did it right there. Donkey Kong up there hogging up all the coins. Halfway through this map. Oh boy, we better need to make our move. I'm gonna need help. See, I'm not paying attention to where I'm at on the map, and I make my move too late. I just sent the person that I used to work with a message. I said, "Are you at work?" And then I sent a follow-up. "I'm doing something live and I want you to watch me." Knowing this person, they're going to read it several different ways, which is all funny. And I expect them to come back with a funny response. One thing I do need to figure out is I've got a new chair. I had to get a new chair because my back, the old one I had, was killing me. But even sitting in this kind of position, and when you're streaming, I can't really get up and move around, although I don't see why not. I feel like I'm performing. I should sit still. My chair is stuck. Ouch. Got one of those, they call it a crisscross chair, to where you can sit cross-legged. I think a lot of people like that for their back and stuff too. I'm not sitting crisscross in it, but it's a wider chair. It's a lot more comfortable. And then I upgraded the wheels on it. They're almost like rollerblade wheels. And those just got caught on the plastic mat that's on the ground. Oh, they are at work. The said, are you on Insta? So they know I'm doing something. Dang it. Man, I tell you, you get hit where it's crowded and then all right, next race. I'm telling him to get onto the channel, the person I used to work with. Ooh, what does that mean? I activated a panel. I have no idea what I just did. I didn't know you can actually do things when you're waiting for the race to start. Have no idea what panel I activated either. You know who I haven't seen today is my my new Switzerland buddy. He was on the first couple times we were streaming, helping me out with the settings and getting things working. I should make a video on the countries of people that I've met from being on social media, of people that I actually have had good conversations with. And it is amazing to know that, you know, you can interact and talk to people and they're essentially just like you. Just grew up in a different country. Let's not mess around here at the end. I saw the banana peel coming from a mile away, and I drove right into it. God damn it. I still stand behind of everything in the world that frustrates me. Nothing. Nothing receives more bad words when I'm doing it than playing this game. And I actually do really well when I'm playing live stream. I try not to be as free with what I say, but when my youngest and I are playing, when I say youngest, he's 18. I am awful. Come on. There we go. That was a shit show there at the end. That's the only reason why I made it through. Oh, wait, I just glanced over. I think the person we were talking about is in the chat, sitting at work. My Bulgarian princess who lights up the sky. Can you believe? In the middle of the day, I'm sitting here playing Mario Kart World instead of fucking around with you people over at work. And I miss you, by the way. I've been working very hard in getting all my channels set up and then incorporating the gaming into my entertainment channel. That's been the hardest. That's the hardest thing for me to figure out in the last few weeks, is the technical aspect of the live stream and getting that going properly. And as my wife may think that this is all fun and this is work now. This is work. Oh. She misses me. Now, I was just explaining to people that I don't know on here who have come and gone in the comment section here. Oh, shit. The situation with leaving work, quitting, leaving to start 5 YouTube channels. I was giving them the inside scoop as much as I could. But I did say that depending on who is going to enter the chat and what questions they would ask, I'm not shy of saying things, but I'm also smart and I'm also loyal to the right people that are loyal to me. But when people, ask me stuff about work, I'm going to tell you. I've got so many things I have to brush up on this game, but it's such a fucking blast. How does it look? I know you're at work. You probably can't. Oh, damn it. See, got distracted. I got distracted like I do at work when we just converse the way we do. And then I wasn't able to finish. No comment about that either. But how does it look on your phone? Because it took me, this is my 3rd day of trying to fine tune getting the audio of the mic and the game to where you can hear the game, but it doesn't overpower the mic. I think I got that down. And then the feed should be pretty clean. And I say that, and as I'm looking at the YouTube screen right now, I'm like, that's not 4K. So is everybody staying out of trouble? Oh, perfect. So audio sounds good, just enough good game noise balance with your voice. Yeah, the first time I actually got this all up and going and I was playing, I was just thinking everything was working, and then I watched it back later on, and it was just all you could hear was my heavy breathing into the mic. There was no game audio, and like every 3 seconds it was just that like breathing in and out, which was just disgusting. I thought about deleting those videos, but I keep them up there just to keep me honest. Just so that I'm like, you know what? This is where I came from. This is how I started. Bulgarian princesses are always making trouble, don't you know? And Bulgarian princess is named, for anybody else, is named after Princess Peach. Here. That's where I got the idea for her code name. How's our friend doing? My Bulgarian Peach. I haven't talked to him in a while. Actually, it was a few days ago. I've got code names, by the way, for everybody at the place. Because I feel like I did my tour duty. And kind of like with all the military bro podcasts and stuff that I listen to, you guys are still out in the field. You guys are still in the battlefield. So I can't really name you guys, but I can come up with code names for you. Oh, don't tell me I've... Ah! So, okay, let me run the code names by you. Okay, I've got Ricky Ricardo. See if you know that one. I've got Nate Dogg. I've got Malaria. That's a good one. Now, one person has two nicknames. The Dodo Bird and the KGB Agent. The Dodo Bird and Malaria go together, by the way. Then there's Mr. Yellowstone. So I know when you're probably, oh yeah, sure, he's got a code name for everybody. Now you're finding out, yeah, I do. I spent time thinking about this. I was there for almost a year. Everybody has a code name. Almost everybody has a code name. Some people lay low and they don't have one. That's fine. I have to either really like you or not like you, I think, to get a code name. If that makes sense. Mr. Yellowstone. I just talk about a weird cat, man. I think where things went wrong with Mr. Yellowstone, and you already know this story. I feel like I'm just talking to one person right now, which I am, and I don't think there's anybody else in the comment section. Is when I made fun of the boots in front of everybody. Relationship after that was just different. And I did get a text message, is it yesterday, 2 days ago? From somebody that was like, hey, noticed you're not on the schedule. You haven't been here in a couple weeks. Just kind of curious what's going on. And I'm actually thinking about doing a video on that. On how awkward it is sometimes for people. Whether you quit, you get fired, or whatever, and how people treat you after you leave. And I was going to compare it with the baby bird story. If my Bulgarian princess is still here, she'll know who that is. Our little baby bird. I love this map, by the way. Now, the one thing I am going to have to brush up on is I did a little research earlier this morning on how some other streamers had their stuff set up. And their ability to read the comments while play. I can't do that. I try, and then I'm completely off the map. Oh, but going back to my story. So I got the text message of how I was, you know, like, hey, what's going on? And so I wrote a little paragraph back explaining, hey, not a, you know, nothing dramatic or anything, just kind of a slow. Oh, come on. Come on. It was kind of a slow phase out. Thinking, okay, well, they initiated the conversation. I gave them a reply of a good answer. And then nothing. No response back. And I'm like, what is it? I think is it a generational thing? Drives me crazy. No follow-up after I texted them back. Now, I mean, I give credit to the person that they reached out. That was something that's I wouldn't have guessed that they would have done. Well, now I'm trying to read. They just wanted the tea. They don't like you like I do. That's true. Well, then it goes through your head, obviously, that were there rumors going around or something? And I'm like, fuck that. I want to make sure that the narrative is controlled. Of which I told our friend that I want him to control the narrative however he wants to do it. God damn it. But I know that certain people that I did not get along with. Oh, son of a... You know how the rumors start. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me... okay, I got to catch up on... Nate Dogg is obvious. Is it, though? When I say Nate Dogg, what comes through your head? I mean, not... I'm saying kind of universally. When I talk about Nate Dogg, to most people, you think about the 213, Long Beach, Snoop Dogg, Warren G. I thought that was a good one. Hold up. Hey. Although Nate Dogg is no longer with us, too. But I think Nate Dogg's a good one. Ricky Ricardo's a good one. All I look for in those is creativity and the ability to always be honest and say, I never mentioned you. I don't talk about you. Code name for who texted to see where you've been. Oh. It's one that we've talked about before. And all good stuff. It just kind of a... I don't think I have a name. Did we ever come up with a name? I think you would know. It's another one that I would have conversations with every time I was there to pass the time. Who has a weird texting habit of not following up, let's say. I think that's enough information for you to know. But I don't think we ever gave a nickname for this person. thought I was done for there. One of the ideas that I had that I was going to pitch to a few different people that I used to do some social media stuff with, where we would do, I would interview people from all over the place, right? Most of them would be people that I met through gardening, but we would talk about a bunch of other stuff. And so I thought a fun take on an interview style of things, and to piggyback on the whole kind of the get ready with me idea, to where you're doing something, you know, like when the girls are putting their makeup on and telling a story or something. I thought it would be fun to find other people that had a Switch too, and we play very casual games, but have a good sit-down conversation talking about various different things, whether it's a serious topic or not. The problem is not a lot of people have a Switch. I mean, it's already hard enough finding people that will sit down and talk to you on an interview in front of the camera. That was hard enough. But I thought the tough part is half the people that you come across that are like, oh yeah, that sounds like fun, I would love to sit down with you. But when it comes time to actually doing it, I think the nerves kind of kick in. It's kind of like getting up in front of the class to give your presentation. It's a nerve-wracking thing, and I'm not good at that at all. And being in front of the camera is very similar, I believe, for a lot of people, especially on a live. A lot of my some of my interviews were live, and then most were recorded, because I think that helps the people when you tell them they're not performing in front of anybody other than we're just sitting down to have a conversation, and I can always edit stuff out, so don't worry about a bunch of things. There's a whole level of worry when you do a live, I think, for people. And I know about this because I suffered from it also. It was something that I acknowledged with myself that I was not good at, but I wanted to be better at it. So getting to the point to where I am comfortable in front of the camera, doing a live in front of nobody, doesn't bother me at all. Interviewing other people doesn't bother me at all. Being interviewed by other people bothers me a little bit still. And that's because I worry about being entertaining. I want to be a good guest for somebody. I want them to be like, damn, that he's good for our channel. So a handful of times that I've actually been a guest, I've been a little nervous. But the times that whenever I host, and I probably have interviewed 40 people, easy. I become so worried about the people not being nervous and making them comfortable and producing the show that I don't get nervous in that sense. I get stressed because I'm trying to make a good show. I'm trying to produce a good show. But it's not nervous. But for other people that they're like, oh yeah, because I mean, I'll ask several people. And initially I think they're like, oh, well, they don't want to disappoint me. Or to them, it actually sounds like a good idea until they start to think about it. And then they're like, eh, and then they'll bail. And usually they'll bail without saying anything. And I'm not one to beg. And I've just gotten to the point to where I feel like, and I'll tell people, I was like, look, you have to be 100% on board to wanting to do this. I'm not going to beg you. I would like you to do it. I think you would be good at it. But I'm not going to beg you. And if you're not going to show that you are wanting to do an interview or wanting to do a show with me or any of that, then I'll let it die, because it's too hard. It has to be somebody that's very comfortable with themselves. And those type of people are super fun to converse with and talk to. And those are the type of people that do well in making channels also. Oh man, you need another clue of who we're talking to. Good guy, works up front, a little not comfortable in his skin, a little timid, but great conversations. I think that should nail it. But I was wanting to use that text, and I would just, you know, blur out the name or whatever, just to talk about. Ooh. All right, we're playing for the win on this one. And just how weird it is when somebody leaves the workplace. And if, you know, the difference is when that person quits or that person gets fired. I mean, there's a search situation I was going to talk about too. Oh, shoot. That it's like you work with Osama bin Laden or something. And then you're like, everybody has to act like they can't mention that person's name. In the work environment, that is. It's like in Harry Potter, you can't mention Voldemort's name or something. So there's certain people that get, whether they quit or get fired or whatever, everybody's like, you know, oh, you can't talk about it. Which, of course, that lends me to being like, mention that person's name everywhere. See, hopefully you got my clues. Ooh, what was that? Go back. No. All right, we got one race to play. And then I want to go back and take a look at the video and see if there's anything we can tweak out. And then I want to start working on where we can co-stream a vertical feed and a horizontal feed. I got to figure out how to do that. And then not only just that, but to possibly even co-stream to multiple channels at the same time. that's a shortcut there on the left. Or it looks like one. Oh, brutal. All right, let's use Bill wisely here. If I held it too long or not. No, I think we're okay. Alright, we did that one alright. Overall, it's been a good race day. This is better than I usually do. A lot more competitive. Ah. Can you draft behind Bullet Bill? Oh, nice move. feel like somebody's gonna come get me. All right, we're in it. That's all we ask, just to be able to compete. I'm gonna fuck that up. What's that feather gonna do for me? Other than mess me up. All right, not bad. All right, let's go check out the video, make sure everything went all right, see if we can fine tune anything else. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Might be on later on tonight, who knows, or on one of the channels. So we'll talk to you guys later.